Hi guys, welcome back to today's ASMR. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and if you're new, welcome. In my previous video, I gave you tips on how to master CSEC Paper 3, also known as the Spanish orals. Be sure to watch it after you're done watching this video, or you can click off, watch it, and come back. Because in this video, I'll be giving you tips on how to master CSEC Spanish Paper 1. As you can see, we have a new addition to the channel. It's a mic. You can go watch the unboxing video here. I'm loving it so far. Like, this is giving. Is it giving? Should I start a podcast? Definitely like this video if you find it helpful, and subscribe for more videos like these. And if you want tips on how to ace CSEC math as well, that video will be here, but watch it when you're done. Not now, because it's Spanish time right now. So yeah, let's get into it. Spanish paper 1 was definitely my weakest area. I used to fail that in practice tests we would do at school. It was just awful. Like, you have to listen, and the listening part isn't bad, it's the reading part, and it's just awful. Spanish paper 1 was definitely my nemesis, but here I have some tips that helped me to ultimately get that distinction, that straight A profile, and can definitely help you as well. So the first tip is to master vocabulary and key phrases. Vocabulary is so important in this paper. Well, it's important in all of them, but this one especially, because it's not open-ended. So it's not like they ask you to write an answer and you can use any vocabulary you want. No, they give you something and you have to know it, because if you don't know it, you won't understand, and if you don't, you won't be able to answer correctly. So you definitely need to know all of your important vocabulary, know the synonyms and antonyms. You know that you have two different words for health. You have salud and you have sano. So you don't know which one they might give you, and if you know one and you don't know the other, then so definitely know all your vocabulary. Ensure that you know certain expressions and common phrases, especially some of those phrases that don't translate directly to their English counterparts, but that's basically what they're saying. So know those. A good resource to use is SpanishDict.com. They also have an app, and they also have this thing called Word of the Day, and you'll see it when you sign up with the app. Not sponsored. Why would Spanish Dictionary ever sponsor me? But my teacher gave this to me in the 9th grade. I've been using it ever since, and they helped me to learn so many vocabulary words. So you can download SpanishDict.com and get started in learning your vocabulary right now, because you're going to need it. The second tip is to review grammar basics. So you need to know your sentence structures, especially in the section where they give you this contextual dialogue type thing. So, like, I don't know how to explain it. So they give you a passage and they leave certain things blank, and then they leave certain conjugations as the options, or certain words. But some of them, like, the word is correct, but the grammar is incorrect. So, like, subject verb agreement, some things like that, they can be inconsistent. So you have to be careful of that when you're choosing. Because imagine you choose something, like, you don't read the options and you're like, yes, this is the answer, which the words are correct, so you're not entirely wrong, but the grammar is just not there, and it's multiple choice, so you're just going to get it wrong. They won't look at it and say, oh, I can see where they're coming from. No, it's wrong. So definitely brush up on that. I know that I say this in every video, but a good thing to do is to just watch YouTube videos to just review that very quickly. The next tip is to practice reading comprehension. You see how soft my voice is? So demure, so mindful, because I have a mic, so I no longer have to shout. You're going to get a lot of reading in this, so I would advise you to go over different reading comprehensions, so that one, you can take some vocabulary from it, and two, you can familiarize yourself with the structure. And another thing to pair with this is to go over listening comprehension, because as you know, half of the paper is listening and half is reading. And if you're good at reading Spanish but like hearing it, because I know for me hearing was a problem, and when they're pronouncing the words, it sounds like something else. So definitely go over some listening. Listen to a show in Spanish, listen to a podcast in Spanish, see what words you can identify. But listen to things in Spanish music, whatever, because you'll need your listening skills as well as your reading skills. Also, a tip: when you're reading, you can use contextual clues. So if they're at a beach, for example, and you want to identify the activities they're doing, you know that 9 times out of 10 they're going to be swimming or something else beach related. So definitely use your context clues even if you're not sure. But if you don't practice reading, then how are you going to learn to do that? The next tip, and by far the most important, is to use past papers. Yes, going over Spanish past paper ones definitely help. You may be wondering how you can find Spanish paper ones, even the listening part. It's there, it's all on YouTube. And let me tell you, when I was sitting my exam, about half of the questions from a paper one repeated. They definitely do repeat, especially the passages that they read, and some of the reading as well repeats. So definitely go over your Spanish paper ones. At the end of this video, I'll be linking some channels that do that and that helped me to memorize some of the answers, because truth be told, from those passages that they're reading, some of them, there's no way that you're going to get some of the questions. It just goes by so quickly. So definitely, I'm not saying don't study, just rely on past papers, but they do help, especially when the questions repeat. And if you go over like from 5 different years, you're guaranteed to have at least half of the paper. Also, by using past papers, you can familiarize yourself with the structure of the entire paper, and you can also pull vocabulary from that can be helpful in writing your own exam. The final tip is to use process of elimination. No, nagapwede people them paper and ini mini mini mo. No, but you have to be able to reasonably eliminate things. So use the past example. You're at the beach. If they ask you what they're doing at the beach, and the options are playing football, swimming, playing water war, and watching TV, well, you can watch TV at the beach if you take an extension and a generator and whatever, but be for real. Who is going to do that? No one. So just use context clues to be able to eliminate choices safely. And even then, if you're ever unsure about a question, the first thing you should do is skip it, leave a mark. Please don't forget to come back to it, answer the things you're sure about, and then you can come back. When you come back, you read all the options and then you eliminate. You look at each and you're like, why isn't this correct? Or why could it be correct? And then once you're done eliminating, you'll have your answer and it will probably be the right one. No guarantees, but at least if you're not sure, it's a reasonable guess. So that's it. Those are my tips to ace CSEC Spanish Paper 1, and those tips were very helpful to me. So I hope they were able to help you as well. If you like this video, please subscribe and let me know in the comments which subject do you like me to do next. As promised, here are the YouTube channels that were very helpful to me when I was sitting my exams. I know that you don't want me to go, and I know that you'll miss me so much after this video, but while you're waiting for the next one, feel free to watch these, and I'll see you in the next video.